Good afternoon, 344 on a 1 day away from the anniversary of top of the market when I first became a trader. March 10th, a day that lives in infamy in my life. March 10th, 1999 was significant. March 10th of 2000 was significant. I think it was actually significant the year after too. And it's significant in my life as well for other reasons. But the market has spent 3 days now suckering people in. And if you haven't noticed, the market has been selling off later in the day. You're not even getting the market to hold its bid till past 10:30. That's a bearish sign. But the most bearish sign you're seeing in the market in a very long time is that UVXY has come out of her coma and is pissed. UVXY above 5 and 515. So UVXY is going to be splitting in a couple of weeks, so it's not going to be the same UVXY. But when UVXY moves like this and it's trending, it's not good for the market. That is the number one sign that the market is not going to bounce. Because we've had sell-offs, we've had pullbacks, we've had sell-offs, we've had down days, but most of them are you're not seeing the VIX spike like it is now. The UVXY trending up is the number one warning sign there is in the stock market. And today you got it. And you're seeing no bid on a lot of stocks. The financials are leading us down. You're seeing a company, what you have to start thinking that there's fraud involved or some sort of scam. Normally, bank stocks don't go from 140 to 750 and then back to 110. This is something more than just a bank. And we're talking about SVB Financial Corp. This is the company that backs the funding of IPOs and Silicon Valley. And I mean, if this company has got issues, we're done. We are going down at least another 15 or 20% from here. And look, there was warning signs across the board. Obviously, SI going. They announced a couple of weeks ago they were going out of business. Finally, it's coming to fruition today. But the Palantir trade from a month ago. It's about a month ago now, right? Um, hey, what's up? Palantir, we were in the stock. They reported a profit. Stock was heavily shorted. We were getting paid. Stock broke out. We were getting paid. We decided to go for a ride. Bought the stock, held the calls, held the call spreads, held the stock, and we got annihilated on the trade. If Palantir is not going to even hold a bid, the market is not done going down. Palantir represented everything that anybody wants to see in a stock for them to feel bullish. And you got it. And it still failed. There is no reason to own stocks. It's a trading market, and I believe it will remain a trading market probably for the next 3 to 5 years. I will say this, and I will say this again. If the market, again, not the market, if the QQQ is at all-time highs, and now we're 6 months into my prediction. If the market is at all-time highs in the next 18 months, and I will extend that now. If the market is at all-time highs in 18 months, if the Qs are above 400 in the next 18 months, I will quit this business and I will never return ever. Because I won't have to. Because I'll probably be up about $4 billion. But I'm still selling naked calls on the Qs because there's no way we're ever going up past 395. I'm selling 430s, 440s, 450s, 480s. I'm even selling 490s. And again, this trade's not for everybody. It's just like a CD to me. I'm looking at these premiums and I'm thinking, hey, we're never going there. All we have to do is sit there and wait, you know? No, we're just short or short the Qs. Yeah, but I had one really just momentary lapse of reasoning, and I decided to buy SIVB. Yeah, what's weird? But yeah, I dipped my toe in on SIVB. I said, hey, if it gets to 150, I'm going to give it a shot. Wham, got slammed. And once it broke 150, I was like, you know what? There's support at 129.56. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to get to 129.56, but I said if it gets there, I'm going to have to give it a shot. That was support from 2.5 years ago. So I bought it there, lost. And I said if it breaks 129.56, the stock could go to $100. You'd think I would have shorted it there, right? No. So I sat there and I just waited and waited. I caught one of these bounces, but I still wound up losing money because when you start trying to pick bottoms, it's a difficult trade. If you just trade reversals, you do fine. Like today on SI, we were long SI. I was long the Qs today. We got stopped out at 300 because that's the way we trade. The only time I lose money is when I start doing dumb shit like buying 3,000, 4,000, 8,000 shares of SI at 18,000 shares before. 18,000 shares, the stock kept holding support, holding support, holding support. So I was like, you know what? If this thing comes back to 360, I'm loading up. I did. I loaded up again. And, I was up 7 cents, so not a bad 7 cents. I'm looking to make 20 to 20 cents minimum, if I'm going to take that risk. And one of the rules about picking bottoms is if your bottom that you believe is the bottom gets breached, you have to sell the whole thing. But that's when the ego and the gets in the way and the I don't want to take this loss moment. So I decided to hang in there with some and I got fucking smoked. So my four losses today, right? All were just me trying to pick bottoms. And we have this conversation a lot. And my question you probably should be asking, Kenny, what the hell are we having this conversation again about? You just told me you never lose on that other trade. Why do you do anything else? It's because you're sitting here and you're thinking this is an opportunity. Hey, I'm up $1,200 today on my good trades. I got some money to play with. And then you go and then you give $800 away. And next thing you know, your $1,200 day, which is a pretty solid day, turns into 400 after commissions, after another stupid loss on another stupid loss on the Qs. Next thing you know, you're up. Now it's just an average day. And what's worse is that all the trades I made the money on should have been 20 fold. I was in puts on the Qs when the whole thing got started. I made $280 on it. It's now worth $4,000. So it's just like, telling you, man, you get yourself, you break the rules. And again, our rules are very specific. You trade range breaks and VWAP and price. You stray from the path, you lose money. But man, I'll tell you something. I will never, I've said this and I'm sticking to it. I'm never going to commit real money to the stock market ever again in my life. I even sold my Rambus call spreads. I have $0 long in the market right now, except for SOXL puts. And that's it. And I'm not worried about those, but I think I might get out of those too, just to say I'm free. The only thing I'm going to have left, maybe by tomorrow, is naked calls on the Qs, and that's it. Because I'm not in any fear for those, getting me in trouble. But you get yourself in trouble. I'm telling you, it's just you stray from the path just a little bit. I just veered off the road for a little bit, and I got smoked. It happens, man, and it's a shame because man, what a great morning I had. Killing it this morning. Just annihilating the market. Sick trades. We had the Qs long. I sold the Qs at 350, $300 and a half, and 300. And then I sold it on the way down at 300 and a half and 300. And I got stopped out. And they start to rebound. I was like, oh, maybe I made a mistake. Yeah, made a mistake. But man, I'm seriously never going to own a stock ever again in my life. You wait. Imagine being in this stock for the last 5 years, and it gives it all back in a day. Man, imagine having your pension in something like this SIVB. Sick. Imagine working there and thinking that maybe my company I've dedicated my whole life to is just a fraud. Sick. But I got to tell you, tomorrow, if we break today's lows, if we don't go to 288.50 on the Qs tomorrow, I'm saying if we break today's lows and we don't go to 288.50 tomorrow, I don't know what the hell I'm shocked. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But we're on the brink of a rollover. And again, Thursday weakness usually means Friday and Monday weakness. This is big. This is a big moment. Oh, I'm doing something better than that. I got a guy that's only taking the I'm right there. I'm 2 or 3 trades away from finally never pressing the buttons again myself. He's my guy's doing very well so far. Fazoon number 10 knows what they're doing. We're only trading earnings reversals. He's taking the option trades. I need 2 more capable assistants, and I legitimately never, ever, ever I might never press a button myself. I'll have my money on the line, but somebody else, they'll be trading it. And this is going to be all right. It'll be all right. But I mean, I can't believe where I had some of these things. I had 287, 297 puts on the Qs today at 40. I sold them at 60 for $200 on 10 contracts. I don't know why I got out of the whole thing. Felt good at the time. Felt right at the time, I guess. So I wanted to give a shout out to somebody does do these videos that I wanted to do. So they basically go around and try to expose all the fake gurus on YouTube. Pick me, do me, do me, do me. Nobody ever does me. How come nobody ever picks on me? Nobody wants to fight with me. Nobody wants to fight me anymore. Come on. Come on. There's nobody out there that thinks I'm a scam artist. Come on. I missed you guys. I used to have like one guy every day. He'd post on my video how I'm inept. I stink. I do. But there's a guy. I want to give him a shout. I just saw his video. Wait, no, I lost it. I wanted to show it to you. Bill Schaefer or something, maybe. Um, I lost it now. Sucks. Scott Schaefer. Thumbs up, bro. I like your style. So he goes and he exposes the scams like the True Trading Group, who this guy was sued. And again, listen, everybody's been sued other than me in this industry. And because I've never done anything wrong. So there's nothing to sue me about. I never trade small cap bullshit names either. There's no manipulation. I trade real stocks in real time. Kind of fraud proof. But this guy's been sued. He was sued for pump and dumps, like most of these guys were. They get paid by the companies to pump the stock. They don't tell people that they own it, and then they tell you how much they love it, and they're selling it to you from the stock they got for free from the company. It's the easiest scam there is. Or they're just they're front running small cap stocks in general that just don't really have a lot of volume. You're allowed to be stupid. I mean, there's no crime. Stupidity is not a crime. Again, when I see other people suggesting naked calls in front of earnings reports, that's just stupid. It could work, but inevitably you're going to get burned because one bad trade on some naked calls, you're crushed. By the way, this market just gave it all back. So when I come on and I do these videos, right? I wouldn't stay short overnight because usually you get a chance the next day to get in at a better price. So, if I'm going to buy puts, like I was looking at the 287s for tomorrow, that's where I think we go. I think the Qs go down easy another 5 points tomorrow, right? But I'm not going to buy the 287s now. There's a million things that could go wrong overnight. The government steps in. Ah, you know what? We're not going to raise interest rates anymore. Ah, you know what? World peace was declared. The next thing you know, you beat. I'd rather come in tomorrow. Hopefully, they're not down 5 points when I walk in tomorrow. If they are, it's just another missed opportunity. I'd rather have a missed opportunity than throw money out the window or an overnight put buy. But, if the Qs open up anywhere between 295.45, let's call it 295 and a half, and 294, and they break 294, you're shorting. Hopefully that's what we get, a little gap. But anywhere above today's highs, if we break today's highs, you immediately buy the 292 puts, and then you could sell the 87s. So a 292 287 put spread for the end of the day. UVXY even hints at being green tomorrow. We're going to get smoked. UVXY hardly ever. I know you love that phrase, hardly ever, right? That's when something hardly ever happens. It happens once in a while. You've heard that phrase? I had a friend, not a friend anymore. For some reason, that was a pet. He didn't like when people would say hardly ever. He's like, why are you being so vague? I'm like, it's not really vague. Hardly ever. Hardly ever means once in a while. Something hardly ever happens. It happens once in a while. I don't know. He lost his mind. Now he's in an insane asylum because you say hardly ever to the guy. You ever see Cuckoo's Nest? Ever see Cuckoo's Nest? When he freaks out, when he says, peculiar. Peculiar? Peculiar? What do you mean by that? Peculiar? Seriously, I had a friend lose his mind because I used the phrase hardly ever. Anyway, but the UVXY hardly ever goes up the day after it has a big move. So if this UVXY is of huge today, which was the warning sign from the stock gods. UVXY wakes up and has a 15% move. She's pissed. If UVXY even stays above 5 tomorrow, but if the UVXY is green tomorrow after a 16% move the prior day, woo! There's no chance we're not going down. Right, so we are going down. Right, the double negatives, I know they throw you off. But yeah, if you guys want to hang tonight, just send an email. I'm letting everybody into the schmooze today. We're doing a little bit of freebie, but you got to send an email. I forgot what the password is already. And yeah, it should be a good old time, a gay old time, if you will. So my trader, one of the guys that, in my opinion, might be one of the greatest traders out there, technical analysis, Mark Newton. He didn't get out of any of these banks. So he's short the banks, the SIVBs. He's short all this stuff still. He didn't even cover. He loaded up into the move. I would thought he would be cashing out, but he's still bear on all these banks. If you guys want this list, this guy knows what he's talking about. He's got SIVB, SBNY, LNC, FRC, Zion Bank, ZION, AIZ, CMA, KeyBank, KEY, RJF, MTB, and HBAN. He's looking for a complete washout tomorrow and Monday. And then he'll start looking to take profits. I mean, that's sick. I don't do that type of stuff, but man, if you held those puts today on SIVB, I mean, it's so crazy. Unbelievable. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I did get a new, what did I get lately? I bought something. What did I buy recently? By the way, my fish is still alive. Did I tell you? My fish was on death's door. I cured my fish. I'm very happy. Never show you these. I got, when it comes down to hand combat, look at these beauties. Uh-oh, DocuSign, buy it. Damascus. No, I just got something. What did I just buy? I think I bought some silver. Oh, you want to see something cool? I bought a 1943 coin set. You know, 43 is my lucky number. You can get a whole set, depending on the condition of the coin. It's pretty cool. You get the nickel, dime, penny, and you get the walking half dollar. Paid like 25 bucks for it. Bought a couple of those. 43 is my lucky number. Sold, Rambus. So, yeah, email us. I'll see you guys tonight around 7. Over Macho Grande? I still haven't left the house, by the way. I was supposed to leave today and see what happened. I don't leave. The market starts crashing. I don't leave the house. I was supposed to get out. Wow. That is some ugly looking stuff out there right now. It's amazing that this day started out so differently. We were long ASAN. We were long the Qs. We were long SI. We actually did a long trade pre-market on SIVB, if you could believe that, at 189. Stock's at 104 now. Had Sava long for a quick little month, make a little bit on that. Kind of sucked, but wow, just wowie, wow, wow, wow. And on that note, hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Get me out of the basement. And if anybody's out there, any gurus, we're putting together a YouTube guru challenge. If anybody's interested, $100,000 cash prize for the best trader on YouTube. We're taking applications. Maybe we'll do it, 3 months from now. We just got to organize the whole thing, get the logistics down if anybody's interested. Gurus only. So to my friends over there at the True Trading Group, if you'd like to step up, we've got a team of 3 people. We could do individual achievement awards. We could have one-on-one battles. I want to get a rumble going. So my 3 traders, me, my 2 guys, and we would take 2 other or maybe 3 other of our students, and we'll go up against anybody that wants to compete against us. Because I think our ways of doing things are better than anybody else's ways, and I'd like to prove it. And if anybody's willing to take that challenge, again, remember, I only have one stipulation. If you beat us, you get the money. If we beat you, you shut your channel down and admit that you know nothing and that we are the one and only true trading gurus that deserve to be on YouTube. So I'm talking to everybody out there. I'm being serious. I got the software, I got the logistics, I got the lawyers, I got compliance departments. We could do it on a daily basis, a weekly, a monthly, a yearly, whatever you want to do. And just if you lose, I just ask you nicely, just leave the industry and don't come back. And don't let the door hit you on the way out. So it's a competition. And we want to end a lot of you. Not that we don't like you as people. I'm sure you're pretty nice people in your real lives, like I am. But when it comes to trading, it's a battle. It's a combat sport. and we'd like to slash and tear your heads off and take our flags and put them up where your flag used to be and burn your village down and rape your women. So on that note, rock and roll. The whole world's coming to an end, so you might as well party with us tonight. All right, see you then. Take care, everybody.